new glasses. Yes, I hate them. Let's ignore them.
Hey, listen.
Hello everybody and welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Shaq and today I'm going to be letting my tarot cards pick my June TBR. This is going to be interesting. I have been in love with tarot and the art of spirituality and very loosely like paganism, Wiccan for a long time. It's been around in my family because my mum used to practice quite a lot when I was younger. She still does, but not as often. But she used to practice a lot when I was younger, and she finally integrated me into her own passions when I was about 16, 17, when I could fully understand what was going on. Now I'm 21 and I own 2 decks now. Like, I own 2 decks of tarot cards. I have my own crystals. In particular, my favorite deck that I have been using for quite a while is the one I am holding up now, and it is the Modern Witch Tarot deck by Lisa Sterling. I'll try and leave a link down below to where I got this from, but I can't actually remember. There are loads of reviews online though, so I might even find some down below of this particular deck if you are interested in buying it and seeing it in its full glory for yourself. This particular video though will be all surrounding books, so if you like tarot and books, then hello. Did we just become best friends?
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Essentially what I'm going to be doing is pulling a few tarot cards out, maybe like in between 6 to 8 tarot cards, and depending on what comes up and the variables, that will determine what I'm reading in the month of June. There have been some videos of this recently, and I planned this and came up with this idea quite a while ago, actually in like December, November time, when I was planning for the year ahead and I wanted to know what I was going to film for booktube because I really wanted to get back into it. So in the meantime, obviously, because this isn't exactly like a totally original idea, people have put 2 and 2 together and they've posted videos before I have, if that makes sense, but I haven't copied anyone. I will link down below some of the ones I've personally seen. I'm going to be doing it slightly different to them, and it's just great minds think alike, okay? Moving on to this actual video though, and how the cards will kind of like dictate what I'm going to be reading in June. This will probably work similarly to my Overwatch book picker. I'll leave a link down below or in the iBar, but essentially what happened was I played 4, I think, games of Overwatch, and depending on how the games went and the different variables that are in Overwatch games, they would have like prompts associated with them to dictate what I was reading. But that is how this video, this format, this tarot card book picker will work. In terms of variables when it comes to tarot cards though, we have the major arcana, which represent major life events for us. So they're cards in which come up in spreads where there's going to be something that either changes or something that needs to be like big, that needs to be brought to your attention. Some of these examples, maybe the sun or the moon or the tower card. Because the major arcana, if it comes up in a spread, they all represent pretty big life changes. I decided to associate, if a major arcana card comes up when I'm shuffling for my TBR, I decided to associate these with 5-star predictions, because like major arcana cards, 5-star predictions are kind of fucking life-changing. They can either be really good and go with your prediction, or they can be really bad and go the totally opposite way. That makes the most sense for me. If a major arcana card comes up in my little shuffle, I will pick a 5-star prediction. Moving swiftly on to the minor arcana cards, which are made up of the traditional suits. First of all, we have the swords, which are representative of thoughts and feelings. We then have cups, which is love and emotions or relationships. Wands, which is work and social life, and then pentacles, which represents finance. We also have the numbers 1 to 10 as well, so I thought I would integrate that somehow into my book picker as well. Each suit obviously represents a different thing, which I'll get onto in just a second, but if I pull a minor arcana card, I have to kind of like double up on these 3 prompts depending on what number, what suit they're in. I have to pick a character-driven book, which I have a lot of on my shelves. If you watch the Overwatch video, you'll know that I have 0 plot books and all character-driven books. It's fucking crazy. Minor arcana are often about the small details in our lives, the people, the events, and places. So it just kind of made sense for this to be like a character-driven prompt, because that is exactly what the minor arcana represents. It represents small details, such as the characters that make up the plot of your life, essentially. Wow, that was so philosophical. I love that. Moving on to the different suits. So swords represents thoughts and feelings, so it kind of made sense to pick a book that I predict is going to evoke some sort of emotion in me. So that could be anger, sadness, depending on like the themes, the cover, the plot, the characters, anything. It can be really loose. All I have to do is think, wow, this is poetry, it'll make me sad, for example. Next we have cups, and the prompt for this is to pick a book that features romance. This can be either on the plot or on the cover. Maybe there's hearts on the cover, maybe it has the word love in the title, or maybe it's just a reoccurring theme in the book about love somehow in some way. Next we have wands, and I decided because this is all about, you know, work and social life and friends and spending time with co-workers or colleagues or people that are around you and will help you in some way, I decided to make this prompt to pick a book that has been recommended to you by someone else. Either that is a friend, a family member, or even a content creator, a booktuber. I have a whole playlist for you if you want to do this. And finally, we have the Pentacle suit, and this prompt is to pick a book that features money, again, somewhere like the cup prompt. Very vague. It can be either on the cover, maybe there's like dollar bills on the cover, maybe there's gold on the cover, maybe there's, you know, money or something to do with wealth or riches or finance in the title, or it's just a prominent part of the plot. You never know. It can be so vague, but as long as there's something about wealth or money or like finance in there, it doesn't really matter. And then finally, we have the numbers. All the suits can come in numbers. So for example, if we got the 3 of Swords, like it goes from 1 to 10, and I decided to split them into 3 categories: 1 to 3, 4 to 7, and 8 to 10. The 1 to 3 category, the prompt is to read a book from more than one author. The one for 4 to 7 is read a book set in a different continent. And then 8 to 10 is a hardcover book. So here is my tarot deck. Let's go ahead and open it. I fucking love this tarot deck. I originally saw it from Ellie over at Nincompoop. I'll link her channel down below. She is an absolute fucking goddess. I've had my tarot cards read by her in the past, and she is fucking amazing. She's phenomenal at her craft. We are gonna pull 8 cards because I think on average I can read about 8 books per month. And now that I don't have uni to worry about, I don't have to worry about completing my work and wanting to read instead and being stressed out about not reading enough academic stuff for my course. Like, I feel like I can read some good books this month. So I'm hoping, universe, are you fucking listening, that we get some good cards and we get some good books because of it. Oh, one just popped out. Oh, we have the King of Cups. So we've got the King of Cups, which is a minor arcana. And for minor arcana, we have to pick a character-driven book. And then for the cups, we have to pick a romance. Something to do with romance on the cover or in the plot. I have the perfect book for this. For the King of Cups, I have decided to go ahead and pick Take a Hint, Danny Brown by Talia Hibbert. Now this, if you've watched my May TBR, it was on there, but unfortunately, because I had deadlines and stuff, I just didn't really get around to reading this. And what a better way to start off June, the month of pride and love and celebration, with a really good romance. So Take a Hint, Danny Brown finds itself as the 2nd book in the Brown Sister trilogy, and we are following Danica Brown, who basically she doesn't want a relationship, she just wants her career, until she asks the universe for a playful at her friend's benefits because she's feeling in her feelings, she's feeling quite lonely, and the universe delivers. But the universe gives Danny more than she bargained for, and she ends up in this fake dating relationship with an ex-rugby star, and how the hell is she going to find a way out of this one and focus on her career? I'm really excited for this because I read Get a Life, Chloe Brown in a vlog, and I might vlog this, I might not, I haven't decided yet, but I am really excited to get to this. And what a perfect way to start off the video. The cards and the cover match. How fucking great is that? Oh, okay, this one popped out. It is the 7 of Pentacles. So we've got another minor arcana card, which means that we have to pick another character-driven book, which is fine because that's literally all I have on my shelves, which is dandy. We've got a Pentacles, so it has to be something to do with money. We have the number 7 as well because it's a 7 of Pentacles, and that means it has to be a book set in a different continent. I'll let you know a little secret. I was actually really scared of any pentacles coming up, and the fact that in this video there are now 2 is really annoying. I think I can probably make this work. I think I can probably make The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid work for this. This is a reread, and I've been wanting to reread this in June anyway because it is queer, so I really wanted to revisit this and kind of like make my opinions more about Evelyn Hugo rather than Daisy Jones and the Six, because I read them both like pretty much at the same time. But the reason why I've kind of like paired this with a pentacle card is because it is about Evelyn Hugo, who is an extremely famous starlet in Hollywood back in the day. I think it's the 50s, but we are jumping back in between timelines from the 50s, where she is currently a star establishing her film career, and to modern day, where she has enlisted the help of a journalist to write her story down before she dies. Obviously there's a lot of money involved here. Also, the dress on this cover, right, looks expensive. This works, all right? This works in my mind. Next card, next book. Can we get some major arcana, please, universe? Whoa, okay. Hey, give me a major arcana. So we have the death card. Oh, he be scary though. He be scary. Just kidding. The death card actually isn't that bad. All it has to be is a 5-star prediction, which is pretty fucking easy. So thank you so much, Death. Never thought I'd say that sentence ever in my fucking life. This card and this cover couldn't be more different, but for the death card, I decided to go ahead and pick The House on the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. I have heard nothing but good things about this on BookTube, so this could class for a wand prompt as well. But I've heard nothing but good things about this, which makes me believe that I'm also going to enjoy it as well. Whether it's a 5-star prediction, I'm not sure, but I think I'm really gonna enjoy this and I could potentially give it 5 stars. I don't actually know the plot of this, but on the back it says, the house on the Cerulean Sea is an enchanting love story masterfully told about the profound experience of discovering an unlikely family in an unexpected place and realising that family is yours. Excited to get to this, and it could be a 5-star prediction. You'll have to wait and stick around for my wrap up to find out. So I didn't have one fall out. I mean, I was shuffling for quite a while, so I'm just gonna pick the first one on top, and that is the Two of Wands. So it's a minor arcana again, so that means it has to be a character-driven book. We are in the Wands suit, so that means it is a book recommendation that was from a friend or content creator, and we're number 2, so it has to be from more than one author. That actually might be pretty difficult because there's some really like specific prompts there. We'll see how that goes. For my Two of Wands, I've decided to go ahead and go for the Paper Girls Volume 3. This was everywhere on BookTube at one point, and I'm pretty sure I was recommended it by one of my friends that I used to be friends with. This fits with the prompts because it is a kind of like a science fiction time travel graphic novel series about some girls on their paper round in the 80s, and they go forward in time to the year 2016 and they meet their higher selves, their older selves, and they kind of have to take care of themselves but from like a past perspective. It's really good and it makes me hella emotional when reading it, and June will be probably no different. I'm pretty sure this is also queer as well, so keeping with like the queer theme. It is also by 4 authors. It is by Brian K. Vaughan, Cliff Chang, Matt Wilson, and Jared K. Fletcher. 5th one now. This is for the 5th book, the 5th card. Oh! It's the Wheel of Fortune! Okay, so I love the Wheel of Fortune. I think it's really great. We've got another 5-star prediction though, because I was a ninny and didn't like do specific major arcana cards. I just thought it was too much work, alright? Alright, it's my fucking video. So there's book number 5, another 5-star prediction. For the Wheel of Fortune, I decided to go ahead and go with the Falling in Love montage by Kiara Smith. I have heard, again, nothing but good things about this. So this is another one of those where it could count for a wand card because I have heard a lot about it on BookTube. This fits with the Wheel of Fortune prompt specifically because it is a 5-star prediction for me, as it is about 2 girls who have just finished uni for the summer and they are kind of having this friends of benefits thing, and they are basically like reenacting like scenes from romance movies and like watching a lot of romance because they don't believe in it, and they are trying not to fall in love with each other by the end of the summer because they have to graduate and leave. And I am ready for this. I have been having this on my shelf and I've been so like hesitant to read it, but just as of lately I've heard so many good things about it and it has just pushed me to want to read this, and I do think I could give this a 5 stars. It could be heartbreakingly beautiful, sapphic. I am so ready, and I will tell you all about my thoughts in a vlog actually, because I'm gonna be reading this alongside a different book as well, which I'll try and incorporate into this video. Yes, I'm very excited for that vlog. So excited to read this finally, and let's see what all the fucking hype is about, shall we? I didn't mean to swear. I know I said fucking. There was no reason for that F-bomb. I'm sorry. Let's go again. This is for book 6. Ooh, the Page of Pentacles. So this is another one about money or something to do with wealth. It's another minor arcana, so we have to pick a book about characters and again one about finances. So another interesting pick. I've kind of found something. I've decided to go for the Page of Pentacles, to go with Aristotle and Dante, Discover the Secrets of the Universe, because this sticker here looks like a coin. I look at this and think every time, is that a coin? No, it's just a sticker, so it counts. Although it doesn't exactly fit, and I might change this during my TBR time, but this was another book on my May TBR that I didn't manage to get to, so it kind of makes sense for me to kind of try and fit it in here. This fits for me, okay? It's my video. I can do what I want. 2 more, babies. 2 fucking more. Oh, okay. One definitely flew out that time. Oh, we have the Queen of Cups. We got the King of Cups to start with. Now we have the Queen. Wow, she is so majestic. She's like a little fucking mermaid with her cup. So we've got another minor arcana, so it's another character-driven book. Wow, my whole shelves are gonna be red. And it's also another cup card, so we have to have another one about romance. I know exactly which one I was gonna pick for this one as soon as I turn around to pick the book, so. Oh, there's a feckin' Waterstone sticker on it. I'm gonna fucking riot. Stickers are my revenge arc, my villain backstory. Fucking stickers on books. Apart from if they look like coins, because then that makes me win prompts. Anyway, the book I decided to pick for the Queen of Cups is Me, My Dad, and the End of the Rainbow by Benjamin Dean. This is a middle grade story about a little boy called Archie who knows that his mum and dad are splitting up, but he doesn't really know why. And then he finds like a little rainbow leaflet thing fall out of his dad's pocket, and he enlists help of a friend or two in trying to find out what this little rainbow leaflet means, because his dad obviously has something to do with it. Again, kind of keeps with the theme of May and June being about queer stories, and I'm really excited for this because it could be a really interesting read and see how Benjamin Dean does it. I think it's also illustrated as well. Oh yes it is. I'm so excited for this. The last book, the last card. We haven't had a sword yet. Can I have a sword? Would that be okay, universe? Can I have a sword, please? I'm gonna think about swords and how they're really sharp and how they're about emotions, and emotions can be sharp too. I was procrastinating picking because if it's not a sword on top, I'm gonna look like such a fucking knob, so let's just go ahead and see what it is. Your boy. We've got another Minor Arcana card, which is another character-driven book. And then we've got Swords, which is a book that I predict will invoke an emotion. It's the Four of Swords, so it has to be another book set in a different continent. Very interesting pick, and I'm very excited to see how this depicts my reads. I'm really excited. For the Four of Swords, I decided to go ahead and pick Skin by E.M. Reapy. I think this is the only book in this little like TBR video that isn't queer, which I'm really happy about. But Skin by E.M. Reapy is basically about Natalie, who feels really uncomfortable in her skin, and so she decides to go backpacking and traveling around the world, hence the different continents. And also I struggle with body image issues, and I'm in recovery from eating disorder, so I think this will definitely, if done in the right way, will invoke some emotions in me, hence the sword prompt. And I feel like it's going to be a lot about Natalie's progression in her own self and her emotions, so definitely more of a character-driven read. But I'm really excited for this and to see how, you know, Natalie transforms as a human and where she travels to. Really interested about this. I received it in a Books That Matter box unboxing. I will link it somewhere. I don't do the unboxings anymore, but I really enjoyed the time that I did do them, and this was included in the video. But I'm really excited to finally get to this because I've been kind of putting it off, but now is the perfect time to read it. So there you have it. These are the 8 books that my tarot cards picked out for me to read. Let's hope, fingers crossed, that I have one of the best reading months ever, because the universe did pick these for me technically. Of course, you can come back and check in with my June wrap up, which will be up at the end of the month, to see how I get on with all of these. I'm really excited to read these actually. It's more of like a little creative, different way of picking my reads, and I'm very excited nevertheless. Give this video a massive thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.